On a chaotic morning, the fire department woke to the sound of an alarm. A man named Garrett had gotten his arm stuck in the gears of a machine, and his condition was critical. Blood loss was increasing rapidly, and the team was racing against time. The rescue team immediately got to work upon arriving at the scene. Power was shut off, and a safe working area was established. The fear on Garrett's face made it clear how serious the situation was.
How you feeling?
Asked one of the firefighters.
Not so good, to tell you the truth.
Garrett replied, his voice trembling. The amount of blood loss concerned everyone. The team quickly devised a plan to free Garrett's arm from the machine's gear. The first step was to loosen the gear. However, the machine was old and some parts wouldn't budge. The team decided to use power tools to dismantle the machine.
Okay, we're just gonna put some morphine in, all right? Give us a minute.
The team leader ordered. Pain relief was administered to Garrett to ease his suffering.
Okay, Garrett, we're gonna try to ease your arm out now, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
But the machine tightened its grip further. Realizing they needed another approach, the team decided to remove the gears and disassemble the part. Drills and hex keys were brought in to take apart the machine. Everyone held their breath as they worked. Finally, the gears were separated and Garrett was free. But the danger wasn't over yet. Garrett was showing signs of crush syndrome, a life-threatening condition. His body was at risk of going into shock, so the team quickly administered saline and prepared him for surgery. Early in the morning, the fire department received an emergency call. A man named Jerry was trapped in the pin setter machine at a bowling alley. He was stuck in lane 9, caught between the metal gears of the machine. The fire crew quickly arrived at the scene. The team immediately assessed the situation. They asked Jerry to move his fingers, but he replied,
The pin setter arm is jammed.
The situation was becoming critical. There's no blood flow. We need to act fast, said the team leader. To free Jerry from the machine's grip, the team called for tools, including drills, bolt cutters, and a saw. They worked carefully and managed to release Jerry from the machine's grasp.
Let's go.
The team arrived at the scene, finding themselves in the midst of chaos. A driver had been shot and lost control of the vehicle, leaving 2 people trapped inside. The car, with a foot stuck on the gas pedal, was moments away from accelerating. A race against time had begun. The car could move at any second. Be careful, warned the team leader. The first priority was to stop the car from moving. Stabilizers were set up and everyone focused on their task. While part of the team worked on securing the vehicle, others prepared to rescue the driver.
Alley, airbags and Halligans! Cruising Mills!
Shouted the leader.
Watch it. You got it? Good job.
Inside the car, the driver had lost consciousness due to a head injury but was still alive. The team swiftly began using saws and cutting tools. The team carefully dismantled the obstruction and successfully freed the driver. He has a pulse, exclaimed one of the team members, but we need to act fast. First aid measures were initiated immediately. The team supported each other, ensuring no detail was overlooked. When the team arrived at the scene, they were met with a complex and terrifying situation. During a home renovation, a worker had cut a truss to install ventilation duct. However, the cut was too deep, causing the entire floor to collapse on top of him. To make matters worse, the worker had been severely injured by a circular saw during the fall. The team quickly placed struts and cribbing to stabilize the floor and prevent further collapse. The floor is very unstable. We need to be extremely careful, said the team leader. When they reached the basement, the injured man was identified as Howard. His wife, visibly distressed, pleaded to stay with him.
Please, I want her here.
The team allowed her to remain cautiously and continued the rescue operation. Howard had a severe abdominal wound with his intestines exposed. The doctors immediately administered morphine. Howard, we can't put your intestines back in place right now, said Dr. Troy, but we'll protect them and take care of everything once we get you to the hospital. Hang in there. Howard was carefully placed on a backboard, and the team meticulously prepared the stretcher. However, there was a problem. The area had been placed under lockdown and no ambulances were allowed in or out. Dr. Dean stressed the urgency of the situation. If we can't get him to the hospital soon, he won't survive. The team continued to work determinedly despite the challenging condition. Every step was calculated, every movement precise. Time was running out, and Howard's survival depended on their effort. Finally, the team successfully rescued Howard. Their professionalism, determination, and coordination saved another life. The team received a call. An elevator was stuck on the 25th floor, a family was trapped inside, and the situation was becoming increasingly complicated. The little girl was having an asthma attack, and she didn't have her medication with her. The team quickly sprang into action. Stay calm. Tell your daughter to take long, slow breaths. We're here, and we're gonna get you out, the team leader called out. However, the situation was more challenging than they had anticipated. The elevator had stopped at an intermediate level, 50 meters down, and a broken cable weighing 700 kilograms was blocking blocking the hatch. The team realized they couldn't use the top entrance. The team leader quickly devised a new plan. "We're going to remove the side panel and build a bridge. We'll get the family across from there," he said. At 300 meters above the ground, there was no room for air. The rescue vehicle was positioned near the side panel. A sturdy handrail system was set up and the rescue operation began. The team calmly reached the side of the elevator. They reassured the family, saying, "We'll get you across one at a time. Trust us." First, the mother was safely escorted across. To calm the little girl, the team leader said, "Sweetheart, just look at me," helping her feel at ease. The little girl overcame her fear and crossed the bridge. Finally, the father was carefully rescued as well. Every step was meticulously planned. When the entire family was finally rescued, everyone breathed a sigh of relief. The little girl recovered from her asthma attack with first aid intervention. The team successfully completed a dangerous rescue operation 300 meters above the ground. Late at night, the team responded to an emergency call from an old building. It was suspected that a night cleaning crew might be trapped inside. The team quickly began their preparation. It was discovered that the building was secured with bulletproof glass. Plasma torches and backup equipment were prepared to cut through the glass. However, time was running out. Cutting the glass would take several minutes, but it was soon realized that the frame was wide enough for one of the team members to squeeze through. A team member removed their gear and successfully slipped through the glass frame. Once inside, the team member moved to the other side of the building to open the entrance. Meanwhile, the outside team provided support by locating the panic bar inside to unlock the door. The cleaning staff was found and the panic bar was activated. After a collision, the team quickly arrived at the scene. 2 vehicles had crashed and were severely damaged. In one vehicle, 2 individuals were trapped, one in the cabin and the other in the rear compartment. The other vehicle had overturned, with its roof completely crushed. The team raced against time to rescue the victims from both vehicles. The doors of one vehicle were reinforced, making them extremely difficult to open. The team secured the vehicles with stabilizers and began opening the door. A K-12 saw and other equipment were brought in to cut the roof and reach the victim. Meanwhile, another team member was redirected to assist another injured individual. While extracting the victim from the cabin, the team encountered a critical issue. Despite the risk, the team carefully ensured safety and managed to pull the victim out. Another team member used a short ladder to assist the victim trapped in the rear compartment. During this time, a crowd gathered around the scene, making it harder for the team to work efficiently. The team leader called out to the crowd, "Step back, everyone! We need to create a safe working area." However, some individuals continued to interfere with the rescue operation. Amid the rescue, another call came in. A man had suffered a cardiac arrest on the beach. The team was immediately dispatched. On the beach, a young woman explained that her fiancé had collapsed face first onto the sand, showing no signs of life. CPR and defibrillator intervention were initiated. Multiple shocks were delivered in an attempt to restore his pulse. Everyone waited anxiously for the result. Finally, the man's pulse returned. The team quickly transported him to an ambulance and directed him to the hospital. If you've watched the video this far, please support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel.